Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back with our BKFC Reddit Ask Me Anything. We're joined by the Papa Gorilla himself, Michael Larrimore. How you doing, buddy?
Well, my friend, how are you?
The last time we talked, you put some famous words out there. You said the champ knows I'm coming. The champ really knows you're coming now. He's not the champ anymore, but Keith knows you're on your way.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited for the opportunity to show the world what I know already. I'm the champion.
I think it's crazy. I mean, you're a fantastic fighter. You should be in the top five, but you're not in the top five. You got all these other guys at 135 who are in the top five, and they're fighting nobody in the top five. You're the guy that's going up, and you're taking a huge leap, and I applaud you, and I think it's great that you're willing to put it out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother. Like I said, I'm here to show that I'm the best, and so come December 6th, everybody else is going to find out.
Keith is like such a nice guy. Do you have much interaction? Like I said, I know the last time Keith was a champion and you told him, you said that he knew you were coming. Are you friends with him? Like, do you talk much or just like acquaintance? You've seen each other at shows?
Yeah, bro. I'd call him a friend because we got to train together like very briefly 5 or 6 years ago, and we've kept up with one another. So I got nothing but respect for him.
Is Georgia, is that a good location for you? I mean, it's kind of close to home. Like, are you excited because it's a new venue, or would you prefer to like be on that Hollywood card at the end of the year?
Oh man, all that stuff doesn't really matter to me, bro. It could have been in the parking lot. As long as I'm getting paid, I'm fighting.
Okay. So we were talking, and I think both of us thought that Keith was going to get by Blas. Keith took a couple monster shots. Is it one of those things like age catches up to everybody, and it seems like great fighters get old overnight? Do you think his chin's kind of going, or he just got caught lucky?
I don't know, man. I couldn't call it. I wasn't in there. I'm not Keith. But to me, it looked like he got caught. But I mean, his heart is very apparent. I admire the fact that he got up and got up and got up.
He got up and he started fighting the referee. That's the one thing you can say about him. The dude had fight or flight. There's a bunch of dudes who would have stayed down. He got up and fought invisible people and a referee.
Yeah. You got me with that one, man.
Okay. What is it like? So you and I talked before. You were going to be fighting in South Dakota, and then your opponent, got put in some cool wrist things. So he didn't make it. What's it like actually knowing that Keith will show up and this fight's going to happen?
It's a good feeling, man. But I've had 10 times the reason to get more dialed in, and I'm taking this fight as serious as you could take any.
So that's what I'm curious about. Like, it seems like you guys are always happy-go-lucky and stuff like that. But I saw that you posted the other day, like, "Hey, look, guys, I'm glad you're able to do this interview." But I saw that you're like, "Hey, I'm going to be hitting the mattresses, and you're not going to hear from me for a while." So talk to us about like having to go to that next level for preparation for this fight.
I just think Keith deserves it, and I take the totality of my camp to get closer to God, and the closer I get to Him, the less I want to hear all the noise, anyways. Do go hand in hand, man. I'm dialed.
So, I mean, are you difficult to be around, or like, are you still Michael Larrimore to all your close people? You just get away from all the fans and stuff, or are you difficult?
Yeah, not at all, man. I'm still Michael Larrimore. I have to be a dad and a husband first and foremost. So I leave the gym at the gym the best I can. But I get a lot of like nonsense messages, memes and stuff, which I'm appreciative for a laugh every once in a while. But the amount of just about pointless shit I get sent on a daily basis is absurd, bro.
I hope you're not talking about me because I send you some stuff. I think it's funny, but like, it's so funny. Like the shift people are like, I send Jihad something and I send Anwar something. 300, I send some really fucked up stuff to just because he and I have the same sense of humor. But like, you guys are such a great family that even though we don't know each other personally, like I love sending you guys stuff.
Yeah, no, you're not one of them, man. And I'm certain like 12 to 15 people right now are like, dude, he's fucking talking about me, bro. Maybe not. Most of my homies are fine about it, man. But every once in a while, somebody would just get a little slap happy with the videos.
Okay, so I got a question for you. This one comes from Mo. He said, tell him Mo sent this. He says, what is it like knowing that PapaG is the baddest motherfucker in BKFC?
It's Like I said, man, it's something I've known for a while. I love Mo. Shout out Mo, by the way. And I'm just ready to show the whole world.
You and I were talking. You still want to do the MMA and stuff. Were you close to taking any MMA fights? I know you've been kind of frustrated, and a lot of fighters have been frustrated with BKFC's lack of getting on fights. Although if you're from Miami, you get on every card, it seems like. But like not being from Miami, like were you close to doing an MMA fight or a boxing fight or anything?
Yeah, sure the hell it was, man, because I get that itch and not having been able to compete officially since March gets under my skin.
It's crazy that you were supposed to fight in August. The guy that you were supposed to fight will be on his second fight. Like it makes no sense how he totally screwed that up, and yet BKFC rewards.
Yeah, bro. And good for Joy Boy for getting that fight. I'm definitely curious to see how that one goes. Yeah, I don't know. That whole shit blew my mind. But it is what it is, man. I'm going up, you know what I mean? I'm fighting. I feel like I deserve Keith more than I deserve Dickhead Perez or whatever the fuck his name is.
Were you this fight honestly came to me out of the blue. Like I had no idea, like, oh shit, it's Keith. Were you guys getting in Dave's ear, getting in Nate Shook's ear, like we want the number one guy since we got fucked over, or did they approach you guys about this fight?
They approached me about it. I had literally just texted Jihad like, "Yo, like, what's going on, man? I'm gonna sit duck over here." And it was actually the week I was talking about taking an MMA fight, and I was going back and forth with that guy, and he what he was offering me didn't make a lick of sense. And so I was texting Jihad, and he sends me a screenshot of Nate Shook, Keith Richardson, 12-6. Michael want to fight him. I texted back, yes sir. Send the contract. That's it, man. You send me the guy, I'll sign the contract. They send me the champ tomorrow, I'll sign the contract.
Again, it's kind of weird. I heard Garcia is going to be on the Florida card, so you have two guys that are in the top five. Neither one of them is fighting each other down there. I don't know who Garcia is fighting yet, but I know he's on the card. And I'm still trying to figure out why Joy Boy and Garcia aren't fighting. I know they said they're friends, but they also said they'd fight each other. So like it makes no sense.
The other little fella, right?
With the shaved eyebrows. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one. All right. Yeah, they can do whatever they want to do, man.
What is different in this training? I mean, you're fighting the champion, but do you do anything different for this camp?
Definitely a lot more dialed. Definitely a lot more honed in on my craft and specific things, and still my game planning for them, I guess you could say. I don't take the game planning thing too far because I'm confident enough in my own skills. But I'm paying attention to the things that Keith has done over his long career. There's a lot of film on him. There's not a lot of film on me, man. So I know what to expect in there.
Without giving too much away, you've got three of the smartest coaches in BKFC in combat sports. Have they picked up on anything and they said, we got him here? Or like we've talked to other fighters and they said before they get the knockout, like, oh, my coach told me this one, look for this one thing and counter it. Have you guys picked up anything yet?
Yeah, there's a few things we're picking up on tendencies, things that he does consciously, things that he does subconsciously, whether he realizes it or not. I'm ready, man.
Okay, so you guys had a hurricane go through there, and some of your teammates lost a lot. How did you guys fare? It looks like you're still in the same house, but
yeah, we're all good, man. God is good. We're in a good spot here that seems to be protected at all times. We lost electricity for a few days and some food, but others got it much worse, man. We're all right.
Okay. Going forward, you get the win. I can't talk to you guys and say if, because you guys are not if people. You're when you get the win. When you get the win, what's next? Somebody in the top five? You want the champ if you beat the number one guy? What do you want?
Whatever God calls me to, I'm ready to go through it, man. If he wants to give me the champ, they give me that check. I'll fight the champ next week.
How difficult is it to not have the communication with BKFC? Like it seems like the more I talk to, and in your case too, it seems like the lack of communication. I'm just wondering, like you get the win, like you think BKFC will be able to turn it around quick, or is it going to be one of those things that's several months down the line?
Yeah, I expect them to begin to appreciate me a bit more. I'm appreciative of them, but I need them to understand that they have an asset. And I told Conor McGregor and Sturgis, I'm his cash cow, so he's gonna want to pay attention as well.
It's one of those things like I don't know if Conor will be at the Georgia fight. I feel like there's a pretty good chance that he'll be at the Hollywood fight, but you assume you go down there, you get a massive, or I guess up there, you go up there, you get a massive knockout in Georgia. I assume you'll probably go to the Hollywood card, and then maybe you'll be able to call out who you want or make that fight too.
If I got free time, I'll show up. If not, like I said, brother Champ knows I'm coming.
How are you such a maniac in the ring, but you are such a laid back guy? Like I feel like I'm having to drag this shit out of you, and you're just like you're just such a laid back, mellow guy, and so like you're not like so many of the guys I talk to are just fight. Like I can't shut them up, and they're just spitting out stuff. I have to drag everything out of you.
Because I like the one I my advantage of all advantages. I have the Holy Spirit, and God has called me to be as meek a man as I can be. But I'm very confident in my ability, and I don't need to sit here and tell the whole world about it. Really, you know what I mean?
Do you like to have fun? Like, I mean, like you talk about being meek. I mean, like, are you like I train and I go home and I'm with the family type of thing? Or are you out there doing fun stuff or?
I do some fun stuff once in a while, and I have a lot of fun with my family. But like we'll say 5 to 7 times a year, I go fishing, and I'm out there for a while with my good buddies. Some of my best friends. But I just having 2 kids, man. I just want to be home. If I'm not at the gym, I want to be home, or I want to be at church. The things that matter. And I'm not saying that friendships don't matter and stuff. And I'll pop out, you know what I mean, for some fights once in a while. But I live a simple life, man. That's what I've always wanted. I didn't have a very simple life as a teenager. It's kind of rough. And so now that I'm settled and I got a family, I'm good, man. I don't need to have too much fun. I enjoy myself, though.
Do interviews make you uncomfortable? I mean, you're starting to get that fame, and like I don't know how much like in MMA, but now you're the hype, and you're starting to do more interviews. But is it still like a custom thing? You don't really like to talk to yourself. You're not big into interviews, or
Oh man, and this doesn't really feel like an interview, man, because I live
yeah,
you.
we're friends.
Yeah, but in it, we're family. Watch your mouth. But no, man, I like doing the interview things, and I've known I was gonna be in spots like this since I was 15 or 16. So it's just about as normal as anything else, really.
Okay, so I feel like you right now are like Redneck used to be, and then Redneck and like Dave and Connor told Redneck, look, you need to start selling yourself and hyping yourself, even though. I feel like Redneck is very confident in everything he does, but he has to like start letting everybody else know. Are you on that point too? Like, are you at this? You're gonna have to start selling yourself if you want those big fights.
I Not really, man. I don't like. I'll play a bit of a character, be honest. But this stuff you're always gonna get genuine me. I might troll guys on the internet. Shout out Joe Boy. But it's all for the love of the game. That's all it is, man. It's not personal. I don't hate these guys. I like him. I wish he would stop coloring his fucking hair, but I like him. He's nice enough. You know what I mean?
He's a character though. I feel like like I like him too. He's great to talk to, and you never know like the Freddy Krueger thing and what color hair is he gonna come out. It's all like kind of like goofy persona, and he's like anime nerd, so it's like it makes sense.
It fits, bro. And I don't. This is not a character. You know what I mean? This conversation, like, but the only thing I would play a character is like trolling on the internet or fucking maybe getting loud at a way in here and there. At the end of the day, I'm a calm guy and I got nothing but love for everybody. But I do know how to fuck a man up. So I love my job.
It's getting kind of weird in the weigh-ins now. People are starting to slap. You see a lot more slapping. I don't like that because the person that's doing the slapping is like, haha, I'm playing. The person getting slapped usually is like, I'm ready to kill you. How do you feel about that?
You put your hands on me at weigh-ins, you better hope to God I don't knock you out on sight. I don't do that kind of shit, man.
Okay, so Anwar is watching us right now. Shout out to my Irish brother Anwar. He put shift combat, shift versus the world, and always you nerd, always earn. I'm a slow reader. I'm a gator wrestler.
Always earn. I love Coach A, man. That's my dog.
What is always earned? Where'd that come from?
everything we do is earned, man. Like I know you see the positions we're in and all that good shit, like champions and soon to be champions. But it's because we work for it, man. It's because we understand this game and we do it better than the rest of these guys. We make this shift look easy.
What's it like having easily one of the sexiest looking coaches, the best dressed coach? What's it like working with Hod?
We are two peas in a pod, man. Really, I feel that way with all three of them. I feel like we all have so much in common, bro, from the way we dress, our walks, you know what I mean? Like the things we talk about, the small things we all do. They're family to me, bro.
You can't see it, but I'm get your shift together. Like I love you guys. I love you so much. I can't hear you. I missed you. What'd you say?
I said I peeped the shirt. You gave me a little peek of it. I knew what it was.
Yeah. You train with champions. You train with BKFC champions. Like, has your mindset changed since you started training at Shift, or were you always that guy? And then the three coaches were able to just kind of help you fine tune a couple of things.
They've definitely helped me with my confidence and being comfortable in there. I was always comfortable enough with my hands and boxing and whatnot, but they've really helped me understand what was pretty much my style, anyways. Like you see in MMA, I prefer to throw the things, man. I want to knock people out, and so they're really honing in everything, and I'm extremely grateful to be able to represent them.
Okay, what do you? I mean, Thanksgiving's coming up. You can't eat. Like, are you a Thanksgiving person? Like, is it kind of unfortunate that you're fighting around the holiday? Like, what's it like knowing that you can't have a big meal?
It's all good, man. I'll just eat like half a turkey. You know what I'm saying? Just protein, no skin, bro. Some hot sauce, I'll be happy, man. Thanksgiving means a lot to me because I'm very thankful to live the life that I live. You know, and I love being able to celebrate that with my family.
It seems like now spirituality has always been important for fighters, but it seems like now BKFC, like you saw it last night, like a lot of you fighters are really starting to be like, getting your spirituality out there. Do you enjoy having a platform where you can get it out there?
Oh man, it's what I've prayed for the last 5-6 years of my life. I'm extremely grateful to be able to shout Jesus' name in front of the whole world while doing what I.
So Jihad is trolling me right now. I can't see. He says I'm cool, but JJ and Miss Belinda are cooler. And then he says let me. My wife sent you guys some goodies last year for Christmas, and he says he wants to know if you can sing like Barry White. You are the white version of Barry White. You got the voice. Can you sing us a Barry White song?
I will not do this, brother. I'm pleading fifth on that one. I think some Elvis would do it, but I sing some Elvis for my daughter. That's her thing.
I was gonna ask if you like to sing, you have the voice for it.
I wouldn't say I like to like that. Like I'm not like singing in the shower. You know what I mean? But I enjoy singing with my daughter. I've sang her Can't Help Falling in Love since the day she was born. So that's our thing. She sings it with me now before we go to bed every night. But that's as far as it goes, man. Like I ain't trying out for fucking X Factor or no shit.
Do you like that old school Elvis and that music? You had me play that song the other day for you that was more like the hip hop stuff. Or
Yeah, I definitely get down with the majority of music. I'm not gonna lie to you, say I like all of it. But if I'm in a mood, man, smoking a cigar, at the cigar lounge, drinking a drink, hanging with the lady.
how is the cigar lounge treating you? I really want to get down there. They're talking that we might have to make a trip down to Fort Lauderdale this in January or February. So I'm hoping that maybe we can swing by and see you guys.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. You let me know in advance, so we'll make sure you're taken care of. He's a good man. That's the best cigar lounge in town, brother.
How important is sponsorship to you? I know you're a guy who tries to mainly focus on only training. How important is having sponsors for you?
At this level in the game, it's pretty important to me because this is all I do, man. And I do some privates, but I'm trying to full time this as best as I can. So sponsorships mean a great deal to me. I'm open. I won't say to all because I will not just work with anybody. I represent certain qualities and I'm after a certain type of thing, but I'm definitely open to what I would say would be most sponsorship opportunities.
There's a lot of guys at your weight who like to beat people up for 5 rounds. You like to put people to sleep as soon as possible. Has that always been your MO? Like you don't get paid by the round, you get paid to knock people out?
Absolutely, man. You're going to see that on December 6th as well.
I mean, prior to Blaza's fight, I would have thought like, oh, Keith's that warrior, he's got that dog in him. But like again, it's one of those things like you don't know how close he is. Getting old, you take a lot of damage. Do you see yourself being able to put him out too?
I'll put his lights out inside one round.
Inside one round, that's a bold prediction.
Here for a good time, not a long time, my friend.
Okay, and again, so you're not going to do any call outs. You say I'm gonna beat Keith, and then whatever the good Lord and Mr. Feldman and Nate want, we'll do.
That's it. I'm fully focused on Keith. He deserves my respect, and he will always have nothing but admiration for me. But it's my time. It's my turn.
It's got to be so weird in combat sports, fighting your friends, and Keith is the old lion, and here's the new lion, and they fight, and then it's like, and then you're out. Like, I mean, like Keith loses to you, there's a good chance he drops out of the rankings, and like it's one of those things. Like, I hate it. You guys are both my friends and family. Like, it's weird.
That is just the way that it is, man. And one day, let me clarify this though before I do it. I'll be damned another man takes me out of my career. I'm gonna retire on top. And I can't sit here and say I'm gonna retire this man. That's disrespectful. If he chooses to hang him up, it'd be my honor and privilege to be the one to send him on his way. But I'm not overlooking him. I just believe in myself. I believe that God has called me to this. And I'm ready to go right through it, like I said.
It's weird. I was talking to another fighter, and he said, I want to fight a guy that can knock me out. He goes, I want to fight somebody who's a true warrior. He goes, right now, he's like, it says, it sucks when you lose to somebody who beat you on points. He goes, if I want to lose, I want to get knocked out. He goes, I want to lose to somebody that's just that much better. Is that, I mean, I guess that's kind of this feeling here.
I guess so. I mean, that's not really something that crosses my mind, But was that Chip Chase? That sounds like something Chip Chase was saying.
It was not Chip Chase. It was actually the guy that Chip Chase is getting ready to fight. It's Gary Fox said that when I was interviewing him.
He probably said that because Chip Chase is going to knock him
out. It's one of those things like John. It's funny that Jono's doing everything he can to come to the States. He signed with All In so he can come over here, and then they're offering him a chance at a belt over there, so he's staying over there. But it's one of those. I see him coming here.
Yeah, I could definitely see him making his way over here and get knocked out by Brandon.
It's weird in combat sports that Brandon is the number one contender. He's been the number one contender for going on 2 years. He still hasn't got to fight the champ. And then the other day, Feldman said, oh, I'm not sure if we're going to give Brandon the chance. We got some stuff that we want to do with Kai. And it's so weird that you can be the champion and you don't fight. Or, I mean, you can be the number one and you don't fight the champion.
If Kai doesn't fight Brandon, it's because Kai doesn't want to fight Brandon, and they are protecting him. If they protect him, that's lame as fuck, because Brandon deserves to be champion. In my eyes, Brandon is a champion already. It's just a matter of going to put that thing on his chest. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to Kai. We had a little chat in Sturgis. I respect him as a man, and I respect him as a businessman. You know what he's doing. But at the end of the day, when Brandon gets in there, that's Brandon's belt.
It's one of those weird things that's like, okay, if for some reason you do send Kai to do something else, do you make an interim belt? Like, I don't know. Like, you can only fuck over Brandon so long,
Yeah, I think that what they need to do would kind of be what the UFC would do. If you're going to leave the division, Brandon and whoever the fuck else should step in and fight for the real belt. Interim belt is, I see the purpose for it, but in this situation, absolutely not.
I agree, but I also then it would force Kai, if he comes back, then he'd be forced to, and if he doesn't, then you just switch it to the champion belt. But, yeah.
Right.
Okay, Anwar said he's part of the new blood at Shift with the old blood mentality. He will hold down Shift for years to come. We are fortunate to have him.
It is my privilege to be able to represent those gentlemen, man. You have no idea how much they mean to me and the help that they give me outside of the gym as well. Very, very, very grateful to be able to look up to them.
Okay, Shift, the coaches kind of make parlays great again. It seems like everybody loves to bet on you guys. Do you see yourself being able to anchor a good parlay? Because I assume with you going in, you're probably going to be the underdog. I mean, are people going to be able to do a good parlay anchor on you?
Yeah, I got people betting the house on me, metaphorically speaking. So everybody make their money. It's probably the last time they'll ever put me as an underdog.
It's weird though. Like, I mean, like you could, I mean, you've got the knockouts and everything's flashy about you. I could see it getting closer, and then you suddenly are on top, you know?
Yeah, that's just the way. Honestly, you asked me, that's the way I feel already. The belt's already around my waist. I'm sitting here smoking a cigar. Belt's right here. You and me are chatting like we always do, bro.
Well, I'm gonna have to go grab one of Redneck's belts so I can have one too, or Jared can send me one. That way I can have one too. We could be mirror image of each other.
Have plenty, bro. Well, I'll send you one of mine. Jared will send you one of his. David, we'll all send you a piece, bro.
300 just stepped in, and he said, what's up? 300 really wants to come catch alligators. Are you down to come catch alligators with us?
Fucking lootly, man. Absolutely.
Brandon Allen wants to get, what is it? He wants to get like a raccoon, right? An albino raccoon. Do you have any? I think he wants to get an albino raccoon, he told me. Do you have any interest in an exotic pet like that?
No, man. Funny. I didn't know that.
I believe it was Anwar. Somebody told me, yeah, he loves exotic animals and he really wants an albino raccoon and he's got it already picked out and he was going to use his money to get it.
Yeah, my wife is about the most exotic animal I can handle, brother. I'm okay.
What's it like being the second best looking member of your family? Because your wife is beautiful. She does all the modeling and stuff like that. So, like, you know, the second best looking Larrimore, right?
Yeah, bro. I hold my second place trophy very proudly behind that woman.
Okay, so Chris Camosi's got the, you know, pretty famous influencer wife or girlfriend. He has to do all of her photos and videos and stuff. Do you do that for your wife? Are you always taking her photos and videos, or are you the camera guy for her?
I do a lot of her behind the scenes stuff, given the opportunity. I love seeing her in her environment. But these days, she's pretty independent. INDEPE, you know the rest, bro. She does a damn good job of what she does. And most of these days, she's behind the camera, not in front of it.
All right. Well, I don't have much more for you. Is there any messages or anything? Again, you're so humble. We're gonna have to work on getting you a little less humble. But is there any messages for friends or family or anything before we call it a night?
No, man, just shout out everybody who rocks with me. I got nothing but love for my family, my friends. Shout out my sponsors, Coco. You'll hear about that one here soon. Concord Syndicate, Oscar Recruit. Everybody who gets down with me, man, I'm gonna make sure to represent you guys to the fullest. I'm the best in the fucking world. I'm the world champ. Champ knows I'm coming. You know the rest, man. I make this shift look real good.
Parlay us. We make this shift look good. Shift versus world. Like,
World, brother.
all right, my man. Have a great night. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and can't wait to talk to you after you win.
I love you, brother.
Love you too. Bye.